Hello, I'm Mystical, this is Mystical Gaming, and today I'm going to go over my Gear Raid 3 Stage 19. Finally done it, or finally got round to doing it. I used a lot of the tactics that I got from a Stormy video. I'll put a description or a link to his at the end of this, you can go and check that out if you want to. So the team makeup is, I finally got Laurel, and I've wanted her for a long time. Any Sharp or video, she's always been the epic lord that I've wanted, because she has this epic lord skill where she increases the range for other archers, which means when you put your Idril down, your Idril can hit the enemies straight off the bat, which is absolutely fantastic. So we make the most of that. Now you can see we're well under the power requirement for this stage. That's not such a biggie because you don't need the whole team to have fully geared up stats, you just need a selection of them to be able to achieve it. So let's get into the run and we'll see how it goes. Now, the first person we put down is Laurel. She goes over to the right hand side. Now you'll see when she gets put down that they put down her range down, and then it's extended by one line, taking in to affect the enemies there. So that's the Lord skill that's getting added onto her range. Now directly after that we put Dolores down behind her, and whilst we're waiting for their ultimates to come up, we put Setram down on the left hand side. So Idril's ultimate is up, we're just waiting on Dolores, we've triggered Dolores, then Idril. Now the important thing to note is the squid coming in from the right hand side. Idril needs to take care of that squid on the right hand side, and then it's back to DPS and the other mobs before the boss. After that's done, we should have enough coins left over, and I summon up Arrogance to help with DPS and the boss down. Now we are just waiting on getting as much DPS down as possible, and the next person we're going to use to help us along with that is Laurel. So we put her down on the right hand side and then pull her right back straight away. This triggers a 50% rage increase for Idril and Dolores. Now there's a couple of things happening all at once now. So sustained damage on the boss, he's down to below, or she's down to below 50%. As we wait for Idril's ultimate to come up online, we're just getting the coin base covered so we can summon our left hand lane damage dealer. Now for me it's Razaak, however you can use any marksman AoE DPS that you like realistically. And Nyx is another common one that's used, and he just, as soon as the cost is ready for him, he's up on the left hand side. Now also when we've got Idril's ultimate up, trigger Dolores again and then trigger Idril. So here comes the important part of the fight. You need to clear the ads in front of the boss in time for you to get on the ad that comes from the right hand side of the screen, and you need to kill him or that before the boss has finished summoning more ads, because otherwise Idril will stay on the ads in front of the boss and the mob on the right will come all the way down and go to the exit. So you need to make sure you've got that little bit of time in, done and dusted. That is possibly one of the most crucial parts of the fight for you. As you can see on the left hand side, we've just been ultimate in and taking down the left hand mobs as and when we can, and now we chuck down a healer just to give ourselves a bit more support down in that main bracket as we finish off DPS and the boss down. Now moving on to the last part of the fight, or the last important part of the fight. As the mobs in the top right appear, I need to remove Idril, and I put on Maul, the big shark-assed man. Now sharks eat squids and octopuses, so this is good to go. He's got to win this. Now he faces towards the right hand side, and now we're just waiting on the coin cap coming up so we can put Laurel down. We put her down, we do the immediate withdraw, we give him lots of rage, and now he's full of rage by the time that the mobs get there. Now I triggered Dolores, I allow him to do one hit so I know that they're in range, and then I trigger his ultimate. It's more or less at the same time as he clears off the waves on the right. We've been triggering Septimus's ultimate, and now the boss is dead as well. So it's a matter of clearing up all the people we don't need. So Setram's off, we don't need a healer anymore, that's gone, Arrogance is gone, they've been pulled off, and we are just trying to clear up some of the mobs left on this map. So we still have our DPS left on the left hand side. We put Idril down back on the right hand side. We're just going to slowly start building up her rage. Now when the mobs come in at the left hand side, AoE DPS is going to take them down, one big smack, and we will get the majority of them down. Now we put Laurel down again, although I don't think she'd done anything that time round. It was quite weird. I'll have to look into why that is, but it's not a big thing. Maul's there ready to go. Dolores is pretty much there, and Idril's not too far away, so I don't think we're in a bad spot. Now again, as they come into range, Maul will do his attack, but before that happens, trigger Dolores, so we get the big attack out. Dolores is triggered. Now we're 25 mobs out of the 29 down. I put a healer on the left hand side just to cover my left hand DPS in case I get a straggler come down, and then it's Idril's ultimate. If she attacks some of the people on the left hand side, it's not the end of the world as long as she can clear them off in time. I've got one person left coming down, and just as a safety precaution I put Setram down facing him as well, just to make sure I get the 3 crystals come up, so it's all good for auto afterwards. There it is, cleared, there's it done, and there's the update for the auto. Now as always, as soon as I've pretty much done it, I go back into it, click the auto run, click start. So while it's still fresh in my mind, I can still rerun it. Power dominance will be on, so it should be much easier, but it is always worth checking, I think, while it's still fresh in your mind, that you can rerun it on auto. There's no point in coming back to it later to find out, oh no, something's gone wrong with the timing and now it's not working, and now I'm not too sure where I've gone, and now I'm going to have to rewatch guides and things. It will take a lot longer. So for me, it's just a case of hit the auto, quick run through, and make sure it all runs. Look at that, the boss is dead before anything else has happened. We haven't got anyone down on the left hand side yet. There we go. There's Razaak coming down, and he should polish these off in short order. Idril is still helping out, thanks very much for that, with her range, because it becomes ultimate. Her ultimate range becomes the whole map, although bear in mind that does not work with the curse set, so just a word of warning for you there. We've done a quick video on that, so you'll be able to find that out. The ones on the right hand side are no match for Maul now that he's got the power of dominance up. That's pretty much the map cleaned off. Again, we're just waiting on the small little ads groups coming around later, but if you've done them once with the boss up, you can certainly do them again next time round without the boss up. This is just waiting on Idril and everyone else coming up. There's one done, last 3 to go. As soon as we trigger Idril's ultimate, we should clear those off. We did have to put Setram down. I was wondering if he would even get placed that time round, so no great shakes. There he is. That's it done on full auto as well, so we can now start farming. So I'll set up a farm, and then we'll have a look at all the gear I've done while this trial's on. Now, quick look at the champions. Here we go. Here's Laurel. I pulled her the other day by accident. I just wanted to get one of those knives for the exploration thing they had going on. So. And she popped up. It was completely out of the blue, and I was really chuffed with that. I didn't record it. So there's Setram, but she's got no gear on. There's Setram. He's probably my most geared champion. He was my first legendary I think I got, and I fully booked and maxed him out. There's Razaak. Absolutely love him. I think he looks really cool. Minimum skills in him. He's just got the 6 that you would actually get, but I do really love him. I think he's really cool. He looks absolutely brilliant. His gear is leveled up to 16. So next up is the lady herself, Idril. She's fully done up, and she's even got a set on, Hawkeye set. Launches 5 basic attack, increases damage by 25% for 6 seconds. Okay. Now this is the bit that makes her good, her ultimate. During the skill Limitless Shot, this skill affects each basic attack, flies 3 consecutive shots to one enemy, each dealing 80% damage, healing, lasting for 25 seconds. Okay. During the ultimate, the hero's attack range becomes unlimited. Right, now when we book her up to Awaken 5, during the effect of Limitless Shot, every kill extends it by 3 seconds. So that's what I'm saying. If your main DPS has gone in and hit the main group of ads on the left hand side and she's still hitting some, It's not a big thing, you don't have to worry about her ultimate falling off, because each one of those she kills in probably less than 3 seconds, extends it for 3 seconds. Now Maul, we have got him done up to A5, and again, it's because of the cost reduction. It's not needed, but it is very nice if you can get that cost reduction down. It makes him coming onto the map and his rage build up a little easier. Now Dolores, we've just got as much attack on her as possible, and that's given her about 11.5k attack, and also she's got the Keen Wisdom on, which affects his end attack. Now for healer, I've used Vortex. You don't have to. I mean, Hollow would be a good choice as well. They're both good. Hollow does bring out that rage regen. Now here's Laurel. I'm just using her for a skill for the rage regen and nothing else. You have to promote her up to get it, but that is about it. And other than that, she hasn't really got any gear on or any artifacts because it's not required at all for her. She's just on there and then straight off. You'd have to be fairly unlucky for her to be hit in that brief second that you put her on and off the map. Here's Volka. She gets used in a lot of teams. Now you get her free from doing the story, so don't forget to do your story mode, and it's this awakened one you want. Revive ally time is 25% less. That gets used a lot, so we'll be using her some more. So don't forget to do your storyline, push on with that, and also don't forget to do your tide event, because the A1 gets unlocked from a tide event for her, okay? So make sure you're getting that done as well. So during when I was pulling for Lust, I actually got Arrogance, which was absolutely brilliant, was really chuffed with that. So we've used him as well, and this is his gear. I think he's okay geared for my level of account. His skills are mostly done because I just absolutely love him. I think he's brilliant, and I wanted to book him out, so I did, and that's essentially why I done it. I don't know if it's the most important thing to do. It's just his basic attack that hasn't got any books in it, so it is what it is there. So thank you very much for your time. I hope you found this helpful. I hope it'll help someone else get rid of gear raid 319 and start their way on the mythical gear. Like I said, I'm going to run a couple of auto runs over the next few days. Put a lot of stamina into it, and we'll have a look at all the gear that we actually get or don't get, which will probably be more to the point. And then it'll be a look at some other things. I don't know whether you want me to do a few things on gear raids 1, 2 and 3 stages 18, as they're now quite important to do to get onto gear raid 4 when that drops shortly. We can have a look at that if you want. Now if there's anything else I can help you with, please leave it down in the comments below, and if you got this far in the video, thumbs up and subscribe would be brilliant. Thank you very much for your time, and I'll see you all in a video soon. Cheers then, goodbye.